Shalom Akyam, Wagwathyam. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Akakwadash. I'd like to proceed this lesson with giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach well. Without further ado, I want to go into, this world, man. This world and the things that this world offers, man. I'm gonna actually open up with this one, man. This world is nothing good for us, man. Has nothing good for us, nothing good to offer us. It can only offer us sickness, diseases, death, man, ultimately, man. And we know that that Shaitan, is ruling the earth right now, man. By the way, and his physical form, his physical counterpart are the so-called white race, which their nationality in the Bible is the Edomites. But let me open up with the book of 1 John chapter 2 verse 15, and it reads, "Love not the world, neither the things are in." Salaki, let me start from the top again. 1 John chapter 2 verse 15. "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world." And things in this world, can go into, having a high-paying job, man. And just devoting your whole life and attention to that. Having no time for the Lord, man. If it may be that, you can, your job can take your time away from studying, the truth, man. Because, we need to be studying to show ourselves approved, man. It can be, playing sports and getting paid, man, because you need to train a lot and things of that nature, But ultimately, all those things, having a high-paying job, being a big sports person, a boxer, a soccer player, baseball player, all of these things, all those things come with the price, man. And you know how Esau Edom likes to get down, man. He's a booty warrior, man. You're gonna have to get plucked from behind, man. He's gonna have to take your manhood. He's gonna have to push your shit in, man. How Jake in the world be saying that. But it's a true thing, man. Don't let this thing go over your head, man, because these types of things really do happen in businesses like that, man. Because that's Esau Edom's business, man. The Amalekites, they like getting down like that. That's their black magic, their occultist, rituals and stuff like that, man. But nonetheless, those things, aren't of the Most High, man. Those things are of the world. Spending too much time with your girl, things of that nature, man. And trying to build a family here in Babylon, here in America, which is Babylon. These things are of the world, man. The Lord has commanded us to, come forth, and spread this gospel, man. And having our doctrine pure, man. Not adding, not taking out, and learning from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. Starting from Apostle Tahar, man. Let me read this. 1 John chapter 2 verse 15. "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world," it's like it. "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." These things aren't of the Father, man. They aren't of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And it reads, "And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai abideth forever." If we continue to, keep pushing this truth, getting this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this truth, man, then the Lord is going to, bless us, man. Lord's will, Lord's will, though, if we be of the hopeful elect, man. Romans chapter 2 verse Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You know, we can't be conformed to this world, man. We can't, be into, the things, the lust, the lust of this world and this flesh, man. We gotta, follow Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Certain temptations and things that we get in this flesh, man, we have to fight them. Because, let me get this one. If we just want to do whatever the fuck you want to do, man, this is what's going to happen, man. Speaking of myself first and foremost, man. It's the book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 23, and it reads, For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, our Lord, man. And you see, if we want to do whatever the fuck we want to do, man, then, that's gonna be your recompense. Romans chapter 12, verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Reads right here, for I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Yahweh hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. And it reads right here. Let's see if I can get some more down right here. Verse 4, for as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. All brothers, in this truth, we're all the same body, but we don't have the same lot, man. And it reads verse 5, so we being many are one body in Yahushua, and every one members one of another. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith, man. This is what we got to be doing, man. Not being in tune with with whatever we want to do in this world, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18, and it reads, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. And these people that, have knowledge with, the stocks, these people, in the black and white suits, they have everything, have the car, they have the woman, they have the children, they have the nice house. From the outside, it looks like they got everything, man. But from within, man, Satan's really, working through him, man. Because, he's not covered, man. He's doing things, for this world, man. Ultimately, if you're not following Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Satan's got a hold of you, man. You're worshiping Satan, man. Because you're not doing what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has commanded us to do, man. This is verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness, man. The Lord don't give a shit about this shit, man. Because, man, like I said, you can have all the money. You can have, the businesses, the woman, man, whatever, whatever you can think of, man, in this world, man. But that's not what we're here for, man. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 4. Riches profit nothing in the day of wrath, but righteous. So like God got excited, man, because and we gotta be have the strength and be able to, forsake our wives and children if the day may come, man. It varies different situations with each brother, man. You just gotta pray to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that He gets you through these things, man. And that's why we gotta build our faith, and keep learning, gaining the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because we're not strong enough, to leave our wife, our children, our homes. Then, you lost, man. The Lord's gonna smite you, bro. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death, man. Your money ain't gonna save you, man. You can have $1 trillion, man. That shit ain't gonna save nothing. Look at, going back to, leaving your family stuff, man. You don't want to be, You want to be like Job, man. His children have passed away, but hey, the Lord had blessed him with 100-fold, man. It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. And look at the prophets from before, man. Look at Lot and look at Lot's wife, man. The Lord judged Lot's wife. You don't want to be like Lot's wife going back to this world, man. That's just, a shame, man. You don't want to be like Lot's wife, because what's that? It's death, man. She got turned into a pillar of salt, man. Start from the top. There hath no temptation taking you but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. The Lord's, man, if we have the faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he's going to get us through whatever these things, whatever thing may come at us, man. Hey, you got to have a faith. You got to have the faith, at least a little. Let me get that. Faith of a mustard seed, man. It's the book of Matthew chapter 17, verse 20, and it reads, And Yahushua said unto them, Because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. But hey, these people in the world don't have that type of faith, man. These people in the world, just want a quick bag, they just want the quick fame, man. That, get a couple bags, sell out, just for an image, man. We're not here to glorify ourselves, man. We're here to glorify Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Hey, most people don't understand that, man. Most people are still giving into their own, desires of the flesh, man. Hey, we're in the days of Noah, man. I'm going to read this again to close on out. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 through 16. Now I'm going to go through 17. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You see? It reads, For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but it is of the world. And it reads, And the world passed away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, abideth forever, man. Stay on that straight gate, man. Keep your eyes single. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Makakwadash, Shalom, Yahweh Shemashai Brakatham, Abba.